Hey everyone! Welcome back to 15 Minutes English Story, your daily dose of English learning in just 15 minutes. If you're new here, you're in the right place. My mission is simple: to help you improve your English through stories, listening, and real-life language you can use every day. No boring grammar lectures, just powerful listening, meaningful learning, and lots of fun along the way. Now star. Chapter 1, The Beginning, Excerpt. Rafi sat on the small wooden bench in his classroom, staring at the blackboard with nervous eyes. The teacher had just asked him, "Rafi, please introduce yourself in English." Rafi's heart raced. His mind scrambled for words. Slowly, he muttered, I am learn English." A few classmates giggled. Rafi's cheeks burned red. The teacher smiled gently. "That's okay, Rafi. English is not easy. We all make mistakes. Try again." Rafi took a deep breath. I am learning English." "Yes," the teacher said. "Much better. Keep practicing every day." From that day, Rafi promised himself that he would never feel ashamed of mistakes again. Every morning, he read English books, watched videos, and spoke to himself in English. Sometimes he stumbled over words. Sometimes he laughed at how funny he sounded. But slowly, he began to understand and speak. Weeks turned into months. The phrase "I am learn English" became a memory of his beginning, a reminder of how far he could go. Chapter 2, Struggles and Practice. Rafi woke up early the next morning, the sunlight peeking through the small cracks of his window. Today, he had promised himself, would be different. He would practice English for at least 2 hours before school. He grabbed his old notebook, the one filled with English words, sentences, and scribbles of his mistakes. "Okay," he whispered, "I will not say 'I am learn English' again. I am learning English." He smiled at the correction, proud of himself. At breakfast, his younger sister, Mina, noticed him mumbling words aloud. "Rafi, why are you talking to yourself again?" she giggled. I am practicing English, Mina," Rafi said. His pronunciation was still a little rough. Mina laughed but nodded. "Good luck. Don't forget, you must speak correctly, or you will sound funny." Rafi rolled his eyes playfully. I know. But mistakes are part of learning, right?" By the time he reached school, his mind was buzzing with English words. He opened his notebook in class, reading aloud softly. "Good morning. How are you?" "I am fine. Thank you." His teacher, Mr. Karim, walked past and nodded with a smile. "Rafi, I can hear you are practicing." "Keep it up," Mr. Karim encouraged. "Remember, English is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets." During break, Rafi tried to talk with his classmates in English. "Hi. I like football," he stammered. His friend Tanvir burst out laughing. "You said it like a robot. But don't worry, just say, 'I like football.' That's it." Rafi laughed too, feeling both embarrassed and motivated. Mistakes didn't feel so scary anymore. After school, he went to the small internet cafe near his house. He wanted to watch English videos to improve his listening skills. The first video was a children's cartoon, but Rafi enjoyed it. He paused and repeated every sentence aloud. "Hello, my name is Tom. I like apples. I like my dog." He stumbled over apples and dog, but he kept trying. Slowly, the words started to sound right. By the time he returned home, his notebook was filled with new words: beautiful, language, practice, courage, mistake. Each word was a small victory. That evening, his mother called him to help in the kitchen. "Rafi, can you cut the vegetables?" she asked. Rafi smiled and said, "Yes, mother. I can chop the carrots and tomatoes." "Good job. You are speaking English while cooking," she laughed. Rafi felt proud. He realized that learning English didn't have to be only in books or classrooms, it could happen in every small moment. Chapter 3, Small Victories. Weeks had passed since Rafi first said, "I am learn English." Now, he hardly thought about that embarrassing moment. Instead, he focused on every new word, sentence, and phrase he could learn. One sunny morning, the teacher announced, "Class, tomorrow we will have a short English conversation activity. Pair up and practice speaking." Rafi's heart sank. Speaking in front of others was still nerve-wracking. But he reminded himself, small steps, Rafi. You can do this. During the activity, his partner was Layla, a bright girl who loved English. She smiled at him. "Don't worry, Rafi. We'll practice together." "Okay. I like reading books," Rafi said, pausing. "Great. You can also say, I enjoy reading books." "It sounds even better," Layla suggested. Rafi repeated it slowly, "I enjoy reading books." "Yes. Perfect." Layla clapped. Rafi felt a rush of pride. The next day, the class was divided into small groups to present short conversations. When it was Rafi's turn, he stood up, hands shaking slightly, and spoke clearly, "Hello. My name is Rafi. I enjoy reading books. I like to learn English. I want to speak English fluently one day." There was a moment of silence, and then a few classmates smiled and nodded. Mr. Karim gave him a thumbs up. "Excellent, Rafi. You've improved a lot. Keep practicing." Rafi returned to his seat, feeling as if a huge weight had been lifted off his shoulders. He had done it, spoken English in front of the class without saying "I am learn English." Outside school, real-life practice. Rafi realized that learning English in the classroom was not enough. He wanted to practice in real life. So, every evening, he went to the small cafe near his house, where tourists occasionally came. One day, a foreign traveler approached him. "Excuse me, could you help me find the bus station?" the traveler asked. Rafi's heart raced. This was his chance. He took a deep breath. "Yes, the bus station is straight, then left," he said slowly, pointing in the direction. "Thank you," the traveler smiled. Rafi felt a warm glow inside. He had helped someone using English. It wasn't perfect, but it worked. And that small victory was priceless. A funny mistake. Not all moments were victories. One afternoon, Rafi was at home, trying to impress his younger brother, Arif, with his English skills. "I am eating water," Rafi said confidently, holding a glass of water. Arif burst out laughing. "Rafi, you don't eat water. You drink water." Rafi laughed too, realizing that mistakes were just part of learning. From that day, he made a habit. For every mistake, he would write it down and remember the correct word. Slowly, his English vocabulary grew, and he made fewer mistakes. Motivation and progress. By the end of the month, Rafi could introduce himself confidently. Ask for directions. Order food in English. Speak small sentences without pausing. Every day, he repeated to himself, "I am learning English. Every mistake is a step forward." Rafi began to feel a new sense of pride. He was no longer the boy who said, "I am learn English." He was becoming someone who could express himself, communicate, and dream bigger. Chapter 4, Big Challenge. Rafi sat on his bed, staring at the letter in his hands. His heart was racing. "Congratulations! You have been shortlisted for an interview at Bright Future Language Institute. Please appear for the English proficiency test next week." Rafi's hands trembled. This was the moment he had been waiting for. Studying abroad had always been his dream, but now the dream felt terrifyingly close. "I can do this. I can do this," he muttered, repeating the words like a mantra. Preparation begins. The next morning, Rafi woke up early. He spread out his notebooks, vocabulary lists, and English grammar books on the floor. He made a plan: practice speaking for 1 hour every day. Listen to English podcasts and videos. Take practice tests online. Record himself speaking and correct mistakes. His mother peeked into the room. Rafi, are you okay? You look stressed. I want to do my best, Ma. This test is very important, he replied. Don't worry. You've worked hard. Just do your best, she said, patting his shoulder. The day before the test. Rafi's friends noticed he was unusually quiet during school. Tanvir asked, Rafi, why do you look so serious? I have a big English test tomorrow. I'm scared I'll make mistakes, Rafi admitted. Layla smiled. Rafi, you've improved so much. Remember last month when you couldn't even introduce yourself properly? Now look at you, you speak fluently. Just stay calm. Rafi nodded, feeling slightly better. He spent the evening reviewing, but he also knew he needed rest. That night, he went to bed early, repeating his favorite sentence, I am learning English. Every mistake is a step forward. Test day. The next morning, Rafi arrived at Bright Future Language Institute. The room was filled with students from all over the city. He felt nervous, but he reminded himself of his hard work. The first part of the test was listening. Rafi focused carefully, catching almost every word. Next was reading comprehension. He read slowly, underlining keywords and answering questions one by one. Finally, it was speaking. Rafi's heart pounded as the examiner said, Please introduce yourself and talk about your hobbies. Rafi took a deep breath and said clearly, Hello, my name is Rafi, I am from Bangladesh. I enjoy reading books and watching educational videos. I am learning English because I want to study abroad and explore the world. The examiner smiled. Very good, Rafi. Can you tell me about a challenge you faced while learning English? Rafi hesitated for a moment, then said, At first, I made many mistakes. I even said, I am learning English, which was wrong. But I practiced every day. Now, I can speak better. Learning English taught me patience and courage. The examiner nodded approvingly. Excellent answer. Keep up the good work. Rafi left the test center feeling both exhausted and relieved. He realized that the months of practice, mistakes, and small victories had prepared him for this moment. Reflection. That night, Rafi wrote in his notebook, Today, I faced my biggest challenge. I was scared, but I didn't give up. Every mistake I made before helped me learn and grow. I am learning English, and I am proud of myself. He smiled, thinking about the journey from the first day he said, I am learning English, to today, speaking confidently in front of strangers. Rafi knew this was not the end. There were still more words to learn, more conversations to have, and more adventures to experience. But he had proven to himself that perseverance and courage could turn dreams into reality. Chapter 5, Success and Reflection. Months passed after Rafi's big English test. One morning, a letter arrived in his mailbox. His hands trembled as he opened it. Congratulations, Rafi. You have been awarded a full scholarship to study at Greenfield University in the United Kingdom. Your hard work and dedication have paid off. We look forward to welcoming you. Rafi's eyes filled with tears. All those hours of practice, every mistake, every I am learning English moment, it had all led to this. Preparing for the new journey. Packing his bags, Rafi felt both excited and nervous. His mother helped fold his clothes, while his father reminded him, Remember, this is just the beginning. Keep learning, keep growing, and always be humble. Rafi nodded. I will, Baba. I want to make the most of this opportunity. And I want to help others learn English, too. Arrival abroad. The first few days in the UK were overwhelming. Everything was new, the weather, the people, the language pace. But Rafi remembered what he had learned, patience, practice, and courage. He started speaking with classmates, asking questions, and joining study groups. At first, he still stumbled occasionally, but he corrected himself quickly. Slowly, confidence replaced fear. One day, during a class discussion, the professor asked, Rafi, what advice would you give to someone learning English? Rafi smiled and said, Don't be afraid of mistakes. Every mistake is a step forward. Keep practicing, be patient, and enjoy the journey. I used to say, I am learning English, but now I can say, I am learning English, and I know I will keep improving. The classroom erupted in applause. For the first time, Rafi realized how far he had come, not just in language, but as a person. Giving back. Rafi didn't forget his roots. During weekends, he joined online classes for students in Bangladesh, helping them practice English. One student asked, shyly, Rafi, I make so many mistakes. How can I speak English well? Rafi smiled warmly. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how you learn. Remember my first sentence? I am learning English. Everyone starts somewhere. Keep practicing every day, and one day, you'll speak confidently too. A journey completed, another begins. Sitting by the window one evening, watching the sunset over the city, Rafi reflected on his journey. From the shy boy who whispered English to himself in his bedroom, to a confident young man studying abroad, he had grown in ways he never imagined. He wrote in his notebook, a line that had been with him since the beginning, I am learning English. Every mistake is a step forward. Dreams are possible if you believe in yourself and never give up. Rafi smiled. This was not the end of his journey, it was only the beginning, and one day, he hoped, his story would inspire countless others to take their first step, no matter how small, into the world of English and beyond. The end. Glowing star. Do you want to, heavy checkmark, understand English more easily? Heavy checkmark, speak confidently without fear? Heavy checkmark, think in English naturally? Then stay with me, because this is exactly where your English journey gets stronger. Push pin. Before we begin, don't forget to, backhand index pointing right, subscribe to the channel. Backhand index pointing right, hit the like button. Backhand index pointing right, comment I'm ready, right now. Backhand index pointing right, and share this video with your friends who are also learning English. Fire. Your support helps this channel grow, and together, we'll make English simple, powerful, and fun.